What's up, guys? Hyper here. This is me with a very quick guide on how to deal with the Oni infested and how to farm Koumei as quickly as possible. I'll show you the build after we finish this run. I just wanted you to know that we're running Mirage today, and why Mirage? Well, you'll see. She's really good at the Saya's Vision mission. And how good? You're about to see. The point of this build is more or less to be able to delete as many infested as you can in the shortest amount of time possible. And I don't know why I'm having some issues with my connection. Let's remove this thing and try again. Okay, we're good. Well, the point of this mission is it's kind of a mixture in between defense and survival. It's a very good mission, by the way. But definitely, the best thing you can do is run this gal here, because it will allow you, this build in particular, will allow you to do exactly what we're doing. As you can see, the point of this build is to blitz through the map and be able to tag with our prism lasers as many enemies as possible, so we can actually kill them or make the prism kill them without even having to, aim without our guns. I think this is much faster than almost any other build that I've seen. Mostly because we're not kind of limited to range. We are basically, our move speed is our range. So in this case, the prison is feeding us all these skills very nicely, while we simply blitz, we move through the map as fast as possible. And we kind of keep tagging everyone with our prison. This is the fastest strat that I've found. Maybe there's some other. And we'll keep trying, we'll keep experimenting, so maybe we can optimize this run. But as you can see on your screen, we're basically limited to the amount of spawns that we have in the mission. So, because they're dying almost as soon as they appear. Look at this. Let's reload this thing. Remember, the infested Oni is immune to all abilities, so in order to armor strip him, you will need something like the Latron, right? We enter into Mirage 1, and then we start spamming our Atomos. The stars of this build definitely are Eclipse, especially the Solar Eclipse one. This time our little Kabat here just gave us the critical buff chance, and that will allow us to deal a lot more damage than usual. And now we need to wait for the Oni infested to reach the Koumei Orihime, or, well, the name of the statue, I don't remember it exactly. And while we do that, we blitz, we keep doing what we did, which is we keep blitzing through the map. At some point the little infested will come here. Great. So now we have him. Again, Mirage 1, and then we start spamming our damage. This guy is gonna die so fast. Remember to keep the prison at all times up, so you kind of avoid the scenario where you're completely surrounded by infested, because they can be a nuisance. Also, about the infested Oni, don't try to go for viral. I don't think he's vulnerable to it. managed to survive thanks to our netherite, and the guy is dead. So yeah, we didn't even manage to see the guy die. But this is more or less, I think, the best build that you can run for this mission. What's maybe 4 minutes, 4 minutes and a half? Perfect. In 4 minutes and 30 seconds, you generated all this loot, 20 fate pearls, 21 fate pearls. But the most important part is, well, your contribution to team damage is insanely high, and your total kills are incredibly high. So the rest of the team can actually focus on how to kill it and how to deal with infested Oni. This is how you do it. The Archon shards, the only ones that are really, really important are these two. You know, the Tau Forge Amber Archon shards for casting speed. You need 2 of these. Tau Forge is not completely necessary, but it's really, really good because Prism, its casting time is less than a Stellar. It's actually awful, to be honest. Latron Prime, so you can actually use flensing spikes and armor strip the infested Oni without having any armor strip abilities. I think he's immune to most of them. I'm not sure. I haven't tested all of them, but this is the most reliable method of dealing with it. You run Atomos with Survivor's Edge and Paladin Virtue. This is useless on this build in particular. You can run the other one, Hoplite Virtue. I just don't want to change it because I use my Atomos a lot with casters. And Moonrise Velocity. Let me go one by one. Let's start with the star of the show, which is the Mirage Prime build. And here we are. The enemy radar will allow you to look for the enemies as fast as possible. This is very standard preparation, so you start the mission with some energy, enough energy for you to cast Hall of Mirrors, Eclipse, Prism. Remember, this is the Helminth Infested Mobility. I know it's a weird pick. Infested Mobility will allow you to run through the map very, very quickly. And since Prism is not really limited to the amount of times a single ray can hit a single enemy, as you move, the prism will keep ticking on them. The laser rays will keep ticking on them, so you can deal a lot of damage very quickly. Blind Rage and Overextended, so you have enough range and strength to kill everything. Prism Guard, because without this mod, you won't be able to run this build. This thing is what it allows you to have the prism stick beside you. Otherwise, the little ball that you summon with your 4, that will just fly away. And you don't want that. Prime Continuity and Narrow-Minded, because you have as much duration as possible since you are actually dumping efficiency. Maybe there's another way of balancing these two, but the higher duration really benefits Prism, because otherwise it just lasts 4 seconds. So it's nothing. Anguish, so you can fly through the map as fast as possible. Prime Flow, so you have more energy. And the Stretch to cover the whole map. Multi-efficiency, this will send you to 290% duration once you have while you have shields. And this will be enough for your Prism Guard to reach about 11 seconds, which is great. And energized to keep you your energy completely, well, maxed out most of the time, or at least not bottom out. The Latron is a very standard Latron, critical delay, variable sense, Latron Chronicles. You don't need a ribbon, you can just substitute it. You can replace it with Hammer Shot, Galvanized Aptitude, and Galvanized Chamber, because they are best in slot. Basically, double tap and Bane of Infested. This is not necessary, but it's very, very useful for this particular mission, for this particular scenario. And we can see here the evolutions. Evolution 2, Riddle Target, because we really want to focus on the puncture. Oh, this is a warning. Try not to put any other element here because you don't want your shots not to proc puncture. This is very, very important. The vast majority, if not all of your status effects that you create with Latron when you shoot it, you want them to be punctured. So flensing spikes, the fourth evolution, removes enough armor from the enemy, from the infested Oni, to be, to receive full damage. No, without mitigation. Without the mitigation that armor provides to the enemies, and in particular to this boss. The build for the Atomos is very simple. It's a mixed build with some critical chance and enough stat chance to reach 126% Cascadia Flare. We're running Atomos Hexapha, but you can replace that completely with Scorch. And then Jolt and Pistol Pestilence, so you actually have Corrosive, which is the best type of damage against this enemy. Expel Infested, because it's the, faction mode. Galvanized Diffusion, Galvanized Shot, Prime Target Cracker, and Pistol Pestilence. Maybe some of you might be wondering why this guy doesn't have the mods maxed out. Well, the first thing is I'm poor. No, but seriously, most of the time you don't need this to be ranked 10. And this is not information for, the veterans, because most of you will have this maxed out. But if you're starting out and you don't have this, you can replace it with the regular version of the thing. Just run Target Cracker. And actually, let's do the experiment, right? Let's try and see how well we do with more, with less, let's say, decked out options. This will be important for all of you that don't have access to absolutely everything. That all of you newcomers that are just starting out. The Latron and the Atomos sadly are kind of end game, let's say, weapons, because they're locked out behind the Dubiri circuit, specifically the Dubiri Steel Pad circuit. So this is not completely newbie guide. We'll try to focus that on the next video. And of course the Praedos. We're running a full Incarnon setup here. But of course you can use these options, all right? And we're running here Galvanized Diffusion. We're gonna replace it with the other diffusion, which is gonna be Amalgam Barrel Diffusion. This is the best. If you don't have it, use the regular, but this is gonna be much better for you. Because the dodge speed is great. Jolt and Pistol Pestilence, so you can actually deal a lot of damage. Because it's turning your shots into corrosive damage. I'll run with Prime with the Heated Charge just to make sure that we're not actually showing off with Prime Heated Charge. This is the regular version. And then the loss of Galvanized Shot is going to hurt us a lot. But I think the best substitute in this case it should be this one, Sure Shot. But maybe we should go with Pistol Elementalist, which is a new mod. It was added a few patches ago. I think 2 patches ago. Yeah, with Jade. But you know what? Now let's go with Sure Shot. Almost everyone should have access to something like this. Pistol Pestilence and Jolt because they're status chance mods. Creeping Bullseye and Target Cracker for crits. The faction mod, the status chance mod, this should always be the galvanized version. We're just going to do this run for you to make sure that and you can actually substitute this. And then Praedos, right? The Praedos is just a movement stick. We didn't even use it at all. And we could actually run this without any of these mods. We're using here an influence setup. This is not important at all, don't worry. What is important are the evolutions. And by the evolutions, I mean the parkour velocity, the sprint speed and slide, and the slide attack range, because that will allow you to reach farther enemies. Actually, no, never mind. This is not important. And for the pet, well, we're rocking here as Mitakabat because we honor the fallen. No, it was not about nerf at all. No, we run the Mitakabat because we really want to trigger resourceful retriever, because it's gonna give us double resource pickups, right? You can get this mod. It's a new mod. You can get this mod from Sun. Don't look on the where tab. Look for the fluffs. It's on the fluffs. I don't know why they put them there, but yeah, it's on the fluffs. And then you have the Consult, the Enhance, Charm, Fetch, and Mischief, because this is kind of the standard setup for Smitas. Tenacious Bond, because we really want a way to reduce the recovery timer in case this guy dies. It's gonna be kind of difficult. Enhanced Vitality, because we need a little more health. Otherwise, this guy is really, really weak. He can die very quickly. And Medipet Kit, this is not completely necessary. You can replace it with Restorative Bond, or maybe Aerial Bond, or maybe some other bond. Just that I'm having polarity issues, so we stick with the Basarin one. And the Smita Klaus. This is a new addition to the game as well. As you can see, we're actually missing one moth, but we're running Maul and Bite. Maul to increase the base damage of the arm of the weapon itself. Bite to increase the critical chance of the critical damage. Hunter Synergy, that will allow us to get almost 100% critical chance. This changes with the primary weapon. You can use, for example, Acceltra and be completely okay. Swipe. This is good because it will increase the range of your Kabat alongside with ranged best posture that will allow your Kabat to go almost as fast as you go and simply change targets and attack everyone. This is very important. Bloodthirst, because every time you proc slash, it will heal your pet. This is a new mod as well. And then Venom Teeth and Frost Jaw, because we want Vital and Slash. This is the deadliest combination. It would be better if our Slash was higher. But then again, we're just testing these things out. Most of them are, well, this is new, and none of these were able to, be slotted into the Smita. Which is, Pablo, by the way, you cooked some gourmet stuff here. This is insane. And Reb and Pablo, kudos to you and your team. This is great. This is fantastic. You guys are gods at this. You're knocking it out of the park. It's a great update. And well, let's do the newbie. Let's say let's do the less expensive run. Maybe we can do this. Let's see if we just to drive the point home. Let's run this with continuity. We're gonna lose a lot. And flow, right? Flow. As you can see, the only really important mod for this is Prism Guard. This is the one that you cannot miss. If you don't have access to this, well, try getting it, because it will allow you to blitz through you just saw how fast you are. Usually, where do you get Prism Guard? Usually it's here. And let's see if it's here right now. This offers from Nightwave, from Nora, the Nightwave, the Cred offerings, they change every week, all right? So the next week, if you don't see, you won't see Prism Guard this week, but the next week it should change, and maybe it's gonna come up back. So get it. And while we're here, Deadly Maneuvers is a good mod, but for a forgotten weapon. Efficient Beams is a really good mod. You should get this one. And maybe pushing slash. I'm not sure. No, I don't worry. No, you can actually forgo the rest. Well, at least this week. Let's go back. Yeah, I know I'm kind of behind in the night wave. I just got back home. Let's do the Sayas mission with our limited loadout, right? The but the difference in performance should not be really huge, you know. Maybe it's like I don't know if I'm solo. No, I was worried for a second because we can do it solo. By the way, it just runs faster, much better. If one of you focuses on the logistics of killing everything, and the others uh, get the town, get the dwellings, and we start the mission. As you can see, even with lesser mods, we're deleting everyone. This is not difficult at all. You just go back and forth and cast your prism. Wait for your buffs to go down. Remember that sometimes the lasers are blocked by objects, so try to keep yourself in the air. Try to keep yourself moving at all times, and as high as possible. Not too much, because otherwise the lasers won't reach the enemies. But this is very important. Try to have good visibility on your prism at all times for your prism lasers to actually delete everything. Oh boy, we're down. We don't have enough energy right now, okay? Energize just proc, and we're back to killing everything. As you can see, 94% of the damage is ours. Remember, try to keep the buffs up. Again, we're worrying about we're missing some energy. Buff just procced from Smita, and back to killing. And this way, your companions, your partners, the rest of the people you're playing with can focus on actually making sure that the blessings are up and take the offerings. They can focus on the mission, let's say, and you all you have to do is provide damage for your team. As you can see, we're having some issues because we're missing energy. But so far so good. Even the slightly less refined version of the build is doing great. I don't know if I want to transform it, but let's say we're going. Boy, we're really missing puncture footage. For those of you that like to naysay that mod. Okay, we're back to killing. Remember, keep your buffs up and bleach through the map as fast as possible. Great. We're try to focus on the Oni, but at least on the half of the Oni. Okay, now he doesn't have any armor. Buffs up again. Stalker's gonna come say hi, while the Acolyte Oni is about to go down, and maybe, well, it's down now. And we can focus on this guy. Same maneuver. You go back to Latron, remove the armor, and start taking him down. Kill a few more enemies before you leave the beach. This is important so you can actually recover some energy. Keep infested mobility up. For the second phase, you don't need to actually remove again the enemy armor. And by this time, the Mother 1 ability should be completely off cooldown, and you can focus on lasering this guy down. Reistener. Look for some enemies. If you fall for any reason, look for some enemies and try to kill them like this. Of course, you need to have a few Mother. I think it's the Basarine. My bad. It's the Basarine school that the one that you have to have maxed out, or the Uneo one. I'm not sure. But try to keep yourself on the face of this guy while keeping your prism up, so you don't. You and your teammates don't have to worry about the rest of the enemies. This guy is dead. And we're good. We come here, revive the lucky boss. And man, this was very fast, maybe 5 minutes. Hopefully just 5 minutes. We had some roadblocks, sure, but nothing too crazy. Mission complete. 22 fate pearls, and let's wait and see for the. Let's wait for the stats so you can actually see how much damage we made. He got a better blueprint. I actually have everything from this mission already. And I just played for like an hour, 6 minutes. So we lost 2 minutes in order to do this. I don't know if we were just 2 people. Oh no, we were a full squad, right? 78% of the damage, almost 500 kills. And your pickup count is insanely high too. But yeah, it's just like that. You really don't need that much of an investment to make this work. And that's about it. If you have any questions or if you have any suggestions to make this faster, or maybe you have any, maybe you're having some doubts. Oh, what's happening with maybe Banshee's faster or something? Let me know in the comments below. I'll be keeping an eye on this video very closely so you can actually receive further updates as fast as they happen, because you know the meta sometimes moves really, really fast. I'll just show again the builds. We're going to replace back continuity and flow for the Prime versions, because as you saw, well, they're really important. I think Prime Flow is a little more important. And then replace, of course, the chamber with the galvanized chamber, the shred with the Prime shred, and our hammer shot with the ribbon. This is even more important, which is galvanized aptitude. The Atomos, we go back to galvanized shot. And maybe we can leave this here, but I would really like to have the extra dodge speed is not as important, because we're having a lot of sources of movement and of parkour speed and parkour velocity. So we don't really need that much, but we're really missing the status chance from the ribbon. You should get the ribbon for the Atomos. It's really good. And that's about it. This is all you need. You just saw all the, I think, which is one of the best setups for fast farming. That's fast for farming stuff. I don't want to clarify what's the last step there. But this is it. See you, gentlemen, in the next video.